So hey there everyone, my name is Holazor. I'm here on October, the October 18th in 2021. I've been playing Splinterlands for 3 years, so that makes the past 2018. And I'm here today doing my daily quest yet again to see whether or not A, I can creep my way into Diamond, and B, whether or not we get any awesome loot out of the daily quests. So, here we go. We're playing Brune. They lost legendary rule set, fire, everything is pretty much active. So that is okay for me because my quest today is Dragon, so I can play whatever I want practically, which is fine by me. So lost legendaries, it's only 20 mana, so I'm probably going to go with Camilla. Reason being, I want to play something that's going to have some magic reflect, so -1 on the enemy attack will help keep the haunted spirit alive a little bit longer. I'm going to put a stun in my second row. We will go with a cripple and a dispel, a bit of the good old grenadier for some blast damage, throw in the halfling alchemist and the furious chicken. Halfling alchemist there, because I want the grenadier to stay in the battle for as long as possible. So here we go into battle. Now they've played Selenia Sky, so I'm not sure how useful my -1 attack's going to be. They've got a bit of, by a bit of range damage, they're going to have 7 range damage per round. So provided I can survive their onslaught, which I cannot, it should have been okay, but now it's going to be impossible for me to win, so I'm just going to skip that one and move on to the next, because I am on a bit of a schedule today. It is a weekday here. Happy Monday to everyone, and I will have to jump off at an allocated time so I can get to my day job. So, weak magic, heavy hitters, so I'm going to go Dragon with stun, or is fire available? No, so Dragon with stun for me probably means Earth, so that I can take advantage of the heavy hitters. And because of that, it's going to mean I'm going to play Camilla again. Sucker for punishment, but I do enjoy Camilla's card. I'm going to go with the Stone Golem, Oaken Behemoth backing them up. And then we're going to throw in a Spirit Shaman for an additional stun. My goal is to just stun the enemy. Twilight Basilisk won't work because it needs reach in order to activate a stun, and the Oaken Behemoth is already my creature in this battle with reach. I am going to bring a healer in, and are we going to go with Halfling Alchemist, and I'll throw a brownie in for some additional speed. Halfling Alchemist is going to sit about there. Brownie's just going to bring up the rear and hopefully see me have a tiny bit more speed, because all the monsters that I'm playing in this match have pretty low speed, so I want to try and get an attack in before they do, which is going to be impossible with Lightning Dragon being on their team. But now, the best I can hope for is their stun not landing on my monster, and me stunning them. So that worked out well. I managed to stun their Goblin Warrior, which has seen me like chew through a considerable amount of its health. And now I wait for my Oaken Behemoth to basically devour the rest of their team. Provided that the Oaken Behemoth doesn't keep getting stunned by the Lightning Dragon, which it can't now, so that is GG. There's my first win of the day for my daily quest. 14 ranking points. Only 177 more to go to Diamond. So these are going to be a lot of quick fire sort of games. I'm going to try not to overthink them too much, because someone in my stream yesterday said that I think myself into a corner a little bit and end up doing things that are not necessarily in my best interest all the time when it comes to team selection. So I'm just going for what I'm going for. So Noxious Fumes. I'm going to go with Selenia Sky plus Life. And we have a Triage. I'm going to need a Cleanse. We'll go with the Herbalist. So we've got double Triage. And where is... we want Sacred Unicorn. Where is the ranged attacker that also has heal? That is from a new edition. I believe they cost about 4 mana, maybe? Or is it already in there by way of Jin? Let's have a quick search in the abilities. It's tank heal. There we go. Crystal Smith is what I wanted. So we've got Cleanse and 2 Triages to keep a backline monster alive. Now, the backline monster that we're going to go for is also going to be pretty annoying by way of cube. I'm going to hide it right at the back of the team. I've got 5 mana left to play with, and I might put in a Scale Doctor potentially as my final creature. Or do I go with... yeah, let's go with Scale. Scale Doctor, that way they can triage the crap out of themselves as well. So my goal here is to get my cube to outlast the enemy team. With it being cleansed and triaged to hell and back. But my main damage dealer and damage source is going to be the Unicorn. Now, at a glance, I'm confident here because my trample's gonna trigger. And I've got this brick wall in the rear of my team as well. So with all these triages on my team to heal backline monsters, the poison is going to do a whole bunch of not all that much. And then with the heal and the tank heal that the Unicorn is getting, the Unicorn should be able to outlast any enemy attacks. Yeah, poison's like doing nothing to my team because of the triage. Triage everywhere. I feel like that's a good tactic, provided that usually affliction can't be spread across the whole team that you're playing, but it can be spread throughout the whole team if the enemy does play someone like Mimosa Nightshade. Alright, now we're playing Rule Set Weak Magic. So I'm probably going to go with Drake Vanarak to add more armor, play with Life again since it's weak magic. I'm going to bring out all the Protect that I possibly can, as well as Piercing will be preferred here. So what else do we have out there that's got Piercing? Goblin Chariot has Piercing, but that will be spread out through Snipe. I want stuff that's going to focus fire a fair bit. Throw Dragon Jumper in for a stun. Throw in Luminous Eagle for their ability. Throw in Gloridax Magus for their Shatter ability. So I've got a couple of shatters in here by way of the Eagle and Gloridax Magus, as well as having piercing, as well as having significant armor of my own. So provided they don't bring a whole bunch of shatter along, I should be okay here. They didn't bring any magic damage either, so I feel like I should be good. Ah, Luminous Eagle doesn't have shatter at this level, unfortunately. I really should have brought along a heal or something though, because the Scale Doctor is now doing to me what I did to the enemy team last game. My damage was too spread out. It wasn't focused on a single monster, so that's why I would have lost that one if I watched the whole thing, but I knew I was going to lose, so no point wasting time watching the loss, because considering I understood why I was going to lose. Evens and reverse speed, so slow creatures are going to come to the party today. I'm going to play Blue Splinter because I really enjoy... Oh, it's not an even number, damn. It's an odd-numbered creature, what I was considering to play. So, who has an odd-numbered creature that's really slow? I enjoy. Let's go with... Camilla Sungazer, Fire. And... Oh, it's even monsters. I was thinking of another odd creature. I guess it's going to be Death. Let's use Parklaw as our tank. We'll throw a stun behind them. And what else are we going to throw in? Slow stuff. I want to be careful not to play anything that's going to speed up the enemy as well. You're too expensive to play. I've got 2 mana left, so my choices are somewhat limited here. Let's go with Darkest Mage, so the enemy cannot have healing. Alrighty. It was a nice quick matchup. I'm going to complain about that. I need my Darkest Mage to hit and stick their affliction on the enemy's golem. There it is. Beautiful. Now this armor smith needs to perish quickly, because I don't have shatter. Oh, this doesn't look good for me. So it's all over. I thought I had a chance there, but I clearly did not. Alright, 3 more wins. 3 more wins, then I'll crack open those chests and get on with the rest of the day. Alright, no armor allowed. Dragon Splinter can be played, as well as a whole bunch of other stuff. So let's go with, since there's no armor, ranged. I seem to be sticking with Life Splinter a fair bit today. Bigulator feels super duper expensive for this rule set. But I'm going to take advantage of the lowest mana creatures I possibly can. So I think I'm leaving myself with about, how does 6 mana for a tank sound? I think that sounds pretty good to me. For a second there, I was like, oh no, I have no options for a 6 mana tank. Let's go with Clay Golem as my tank. Then reorder these creatures to be the most efficiently annoying. Narco Assassin probably at the rear. So I'm banking on a whole bunch of magic damage here. Not magic damage, range damage. Can't speak properly today. So I'm glad I did not bring any magic damage. They brought a lot of magic damage, and my guy has Void. So they're going to be doing half damage essentially. That was a very nice strategic redemption. My Golem, and that's exactly why I put them where I put them in the battlefield. And now I am shredding the enemy team with my archers, which is exactly what I wanted to do. So that's what happens when I play a distinctive strategy of this is what I want to do, instead of trying to counter whatever the enemy might be trying to do. So, waiting on this next battle to begin. Got 2 more wins to get done. Rise of the Commons and no healing allowed. It's quite a high mana set as well. So, since we're only going to be able to play commons, that means there's a total of 24 mana in the mana pool, so I can play Kitty. Sorry, 29 mana if I play Kitty. And that means I can, in the absence of any healing, I'm going to go with some heavily armored creatures. And I'm bringing repair. Although I could probably do the same with Fire Splinter. I'm going to do it with Fire Splinter. So, Fire Splinter plus is going to go up the front. Might go with see, now I'm overthinking everything that I'm doing here, which I shouldn't be doing. So I'm just going to pick a team and stick to it. Now with no healing, I'll go with Goblin Mech and try to do this with all of the possible stuns that I can. Trapped Goblin Fireball doesn't have stun at this level. Who else has stun? Twilight Basilisk. Particularly because Kitty is always going to allow my creatures to hit every single round, which then gives me a higher chance to stun the enemy. Don't want Magnetrol. Is there anything here? I can bring in a repair through the Flamesmith. And then throw in Furious Chicken at the back. Alright, let's go. Let's see what happens here. So they've gone with Slinger Sky. I've gone with Heaps of Armor. They've also gone with A stunning strategy. 3 stuns. I also have 3 stuns, but that was the first time any of my stuns hit. I have quite a few gold foil cards in their collection as well. So this will make my win all the more satisfying. Which I think I should be able to sneak through with a win here. Provided I can never miss, it renders the Naga Assassin's redemption ability useless, as it does render the Water Elemental's dodge. So that's another win in the bucket, and we've got one more game to win as Dragon Splinter. And we'll get to open the daily rewards and see what I get. So Broken Arrows, 28 mana, Dragon is active. I am going to play an all opportunity team. Or at least the most amount of opportunity I can cram into a battlefield. As well as maybe playing a little bit of Thorns. So I quite enjoy the opportunity ability. I feel like it's one of the most fun mechanics in the game. It also means I'm going to be focusing fire for the most part, so all the damage that my monsters deal will be concentrated into the one space, which hopefully will help with bringing down the enemy in a quicker fashion than what normally would occur. Given that it's Broken Arrows, I don't need to worry about ranged attacks. The only thing I need to worry about is magic. And that's exactly what my opponent has played. At least presumably, with Arik Stormbringer being their selected summoner. So they have an enormous amount of damage that I've got to worry about. So, and they are faster than me as well, for the most part. So I've got to hope that I can chip away. Damn, that miss cost me a lot. Because now it's all up to Dragon Jumper. And Feasting Seaweed is not going to be able to survive the onslaught of all of these attacks. And Dragon Jumper isn't going to be able to survive that. So on to the next one. I said that just before the loading screen. The only thing that was going to beat me there was going to be magic. And that's exactly what they played. And that's exactly what beat me. Don't know what Splinter I'm going to play for this next one with my dragons. I might play Death. No, I'm not going to play Death. Actually, yes, I am going to play Death because we've got Trample as the rule set. Play Daria? Yes, I do. Do I want to play Death? Yes, I do. Trample with Rexy. Gorlorden behind Rexy. And because Blast rule set is also in effect, I want to try and throw in some opportunity as well, because I didn't get my way last time, so I want to try and get my way this time. So we can go with either 7 mana for 4 damage, or 7 mana for 4 damage spread across 2 creatures, which I'm going to opt for because the totality of their health is higher, but their attacks will be slower, which is the downside here for that blast ability. And for my last creature, I'm going to go with a Cursed Slimeball. I'm going to pop that in second position so that its redemption ability will trigger early on, and then Gorlorden will have the second position. That will also mean that if the enemy brings any opportunity, that's where their attack is going to be hitting, which is sort of what I want to have happen here. I'm so glad I brought opportunity. I'm not so glad I didn't bring more speed. But look at this guy, Mitiko Headhunter, brutal with 7 attack right out of the gates. Okay, so my Gorlordens now up at the front. Their healer is gone. I don't think I'm going to be able to chew through enough of their team. No. Almost, but Mitiko Headhunter is just outstanding with 7 range damage. It's phenomenal the amount of damage output they can produce. Alright, Equalizer healed out. So no healing, but we do have the Equalizer rule set, and it's pretty low mana. So I'm going to go with Linear Sky this time. Because it is Equalizer, I'm going to take advantage of monsters that otherwise have really low health. So Spirit Druid Grog, because he has Resurrect and Vampirism. And he can also slow the enemy team. Now, because there's no healing, what can I put in my front line that ordinarily wouldn't be very annoying, but because of Equalizer would be very annoying? Well, obviously, we'll put Furious Chicken as our tank, and because we are playing with Linear Sky, I should be putting the most potent ranged monsters I possibly can in my team. So we'll throw a poison in to help whittle down the enemy. We have 3 mana left. No healing, so putting in Necrofy, Affliction doesn't really matter. Probably the Child of the Forest is the better choice here. Grenadier should be further back. And let's go. Let's see what we can do with 19 damage. So they've played Drake of Anorak, +1 armor. That's alright against Linear Sky. Okay, so the tough business here is going to be hitting the Cockatrice in the front row. But it shouldn't matter all that much, because I've got a bit of Snipe, got Vampirism, got the Resurrect there to slow them down from getting to my backline creatures. And I've strategically put this guy in that position because I knew they'd gather a bit more health through their scavenge ability. Now this is where I'm starting to grow a bit concerned on account of the fact that they've got a lot more damage than me. And all my damage is now dependent on Spirit Druid Grog. They are a slower creature, they have less damage collectively than the enemy team, so that's a loss for me. But it was a fun little get up there, trying to get it going in such a way. So on to the next battle. I still just need the 1 more to win to get my daily quest. And then once that's done and I've opened up the daily quest chests, I will be ending the stream, just a short one today. So healed out, reverse speed, dragon, death. So since we've got no healing and we want reverse speed, I'm going to go slow and Bony wins the race. So where is Bone Golem, Gorlorden, or Gorlodon? Where are you? Tower Griffin for extra armor. We'll throw in Dark Ferryman for cripple and dispel. And Halfling Alchemist. That leaves me with 1 mana. I'll throw in Shadowy Presence for the extra health, given that there's no healing in this rule set. So I've got two slow creatures, um, one of them which has repair, so it will jump in and do some armor fixes and all that sort of stuff. Really glad I didn't go with any magic damage. They've fielded a team as though repairs were going to be happening. Sorry, heals were going to be happening with Corrupted Pegasus as their reach creature. So I'm really glad I brought Halfling Alchemist along. Hey, Drabs, not too bad today. Hopefully this will be my last win for the daily quest. It's looking like it. Thanks for jumping back on, guys, that have watched my streams previously. I hope you like the new overlay with the little border of all the Splinterlands creatures that I spent most of weekend putting together. It's fun. Almost every monster is represented in that collage. Through that exercise, I discovered that a lot of monsters have a lot more detail in their card art than what I had initially thought, which is awesome. Also, the artwork that's on the lore tab in the game is super duper detailed. So if you want to try and find some of the card art that's in my overlay, if you click on cards, which is somewhat obscured by said overlay, and then you just go to the card, then you click on the lore tab here. Not only do you get a little bit of a story about the card, but you've got the image with transparency and a PNG, so you can download it. But anyway, enough talking about sweet overlay, which I'm proud of, and I'm not going to be humble about because it took me freaking hours. And let's open up this daily quest of the dragon. Yeah, no, I don't need abilities. I'm just that awesome. Although I might add abilities as I go, might make some custom ones and all that sort of stuff. All right, so let's hit this claim reward button and see what we find. And then we will find another stream that we can raid for Splinterlands to let you guys continue with the No Sleep Gang, for which I'm very grateful. So I should stop and pause here. Alchemy Potion, single Dark Energy Crystal. I think over the last week or so, I've had Dark Energy Crystals happen every day. Legendary Potion, Pelacor Bandit, 2 Dark Energy Crystals, 10 Dark Energy Crystals, 6. Oh, I wanted it to be a countdown to go 5, but Venari Heatsmith, another Pelacor Bandit, Pelacor Deceiver, 2 Dark Energy Crystals, Pelacor Bandit. What's this last one going to be? I think it's going to be an Alchemy Potion. Nope, it was the Goya Lion. So, all up, today's quest results were a whole bunch of commons, a couple of potions, which I'm not mad for, and a handful of Dark Energy Crystals. So that concludes my daily quest proceedings. Now, you know it's going to be exciting for later today. It's going to be in 6 hours' time when I will sadly still be working Chaos Legion. So we're nearly there. Fully expect the game to crash solidly when Chaos Legion drops, even though pretty much no one will be able to buy because you need the pre-sale vouchers. But we will see. And I'm going to need a lot more potions when Chaos Legions are going to be able to be opened. So I plan on buying 1,000 packs, and at the moment, I've only got enough potions to open, like, I don't know, I can't do the math this early in the morning. But let's go find someone else to raid to pass you guys on to. Chat, do you guys have any suggestions on where I should send the stream? Yes. Otherwise, I'm going to send it to Bucky. Okay, I'm just going to jump in and have a look at the page, grab their username, and we will send all of you their way by way of a raid. Gotcha. Thanks, guys. Thanks for dropping in. I will keep this trend going every morning. We're gonna do my daily stream. Depending on how busy my day job gets, it might be in the afternoon, but it's definitely something I'm going to keep doing every single day. And I've got all of you to thank for it, because without you guys, I wouldn't be here doing this morning live. So thanks again. Enjoy Bucky's stream, and I'll catch you guys all tomorrow. Thank you so much.